Cardinals attempting to clean up their secondary. So Budda Baker's back. He's in his gladiator role as the starting strong safety, kind of hybrid safety, whatever you want to call it. And then now I want to get into this, Bo Brock. There's another safety that's on display. You knew this yesterday. We couldn't report on it because it was in the closed portion of practice. Isaiah Simmons, everybody's favorite draft pick, mine and yours, number one in our hearts, is playing free safety. Jalen Thompson in the base defense is playing nickel corner. So they've got some versatility there. Isaiah Simmons, though, the free safety back end last line of defense. And, there's some clips going around on the old Twitter streets of him not looking great in coverage. So before I give you my take on that, why don't you give me your take on the former 8th overall pick's first day at free safety?
So we talked to Isaiah in OTAs. I think it was mandatory minicamp, the part of the offseason that he participated in. Remember, we didn't see a whole lot of Isaiah this offseason. He wasn't part of the uniform unveiling, not a whole lot of the voluntary work. And we know that Jonathan Gannon said he had he's feeling good. He had the procedure, right? He hit his shoulder like that. And then Isaiah Simmons shows up, mandatory minicamp, says, I'm going to primarily focus on being a defensive back. And so we knew that going in there. And then we see him kind of with his regular trio of him and Jalen Thompson. Didn't see Budda Baker because of what was going on throughout this offseason. But first day of camp, and then today, you see Isaiah Simmons at the very back end of this defense, at the very deep safety spot to start out camp. And, it's not, moving up in the box. It's not, playing slot corner. It's deep safety. I don't know if you'd say free safety for Budda or for Isaiah Simmons.
It's the Ed Reed role, right? And listen, a lot of people are doing a victory lap today saying that's his position. He always should have been drafted at. I don't know about that, but here's what I do know. That I think he's going to have struggles early on. This is a brand new position. Like, he did not play this position at Clemson. And so whether this was this position he should have been playing since he was drafted by this franchise, that remains to be seen. But he's going to have some lumps, right? So I'm not going to hold it against the guy. He's not my favorite player. Everybody knows it. But let's give him a little bit of time under what I think is a supremely gifted defensive coaching staff for the Arizona Cardinals. I'm not saying let's extend Isaiah Simmons.
Giving Isaiah Simmons a bit of grace here?
Yeah. Listen, I like the idea of trying to have your best athletes out there defensively. And no one will ever dispute Isaiah Simmons is not an NFL player. He is an NFL player. And he's a starter when the defense is humming correctly. Where do you put him at? And I give Jonathan Gannon and Monty Ossenfort the benefit of the doubt. They've watched Isaiah Simmons film from the last 3 years for the last 6 months. And they're saying, if he's going to succeed in the NFL, this is his position. It's not rushing the passer. It's not 2 down inside linebacker bullshit, whatever the Cardinals tried to do under Steve Keim. It's not slot corner, for the love of God. It is, we're going to put you back there. You had an elite cover unit at Clemson. We have seen him cover wide receivers down the end of the sideline. I am trying to be, listen, don't give him an extension. Don't pick up his 5th-year option. But for this year alone, they're trying to save his career. They're trying to save his career in Arizona.
Producer Emma, somebody's pirated our feed. I don't recognize this man.
That's why the beauty of this podcast is I can be objective when I see coaches doing the right thing with players that I don't necessarily love. Isaiah Simmons has snubbed this podcast not once but twice, right?
Yeah.
He's supposed to come on twice with us, maybe thrice entering this fall. And he hasn't made it. Maybe we'll get some people to work on that for us.
I'm not holding my breath. I don't think it's happening. Let's actually roll some footage from camp today, and you'll see some Isaiah Simmons in deep safety. Yeah, here he is dropping way back, and he's going to try to help out with Zach Pascal. And Pascal, who had
back coverage.
What a catch. I mean, that's just a tough pitch and catch there from Pascal. I think Colt McCoy is the quarterback on that. But that's really the footage that we have. And we're limited as far as what we could show here, but that was Isaiah Simmons in coverage. This is Colt McCoy. Look at that under center. Got a little bit of fullback there too. A little play action. We're watching Paris Johnson in that footage. Paris Johnson takes care of his work on the right side, playing right tackle. There's Hollywood. This is what I think everybody's kind of been waiting for. This is tuning into some Clayton Tune snaps. No, I apologize. This is Colt McCoy still under center. And this is the right side of your offensive line opening up holes for the running back. And Will Hernandez, Paris Johnson Jr. doing some work there. Nice. And then this is going to be a big play down the field from Colt McCoy to Rondell Moore, who gets open. Look at that move by Rondell. And then a little drop in the bucket from Colt. And then this final play, this isn't the final play. This is Clayton
beautiful
Tune with a rope to Michael Wilson.
Inject it right there.
Are you not entertained?
That's his route right there. He's going to live off of. Look at that young man, just a thoroughbred. I will say I saw 65 Wilkinson get beat like 2 or 3 times in there. Get his ass out of the lineup. I was not impressed with him.
Was he at left guard?
Yeah, get his ass out of there. And we'll figure that out in time. The coaching staff,
they're still figuring out that offensive line. JG even said that he's making his way into offensive line position group meetings. Like he's not even just like, hey, getting intel from his coaches. He's showing up and he's actually listening to their meetings and being kind of a fly in the wall there. And I'm sure JG can't help but inject himself into the meetings as well. But, that's with DJ Humphries at left tackle, seems like Paris Johnson's at right tackle. You got Will Hernandez at right guard. Yelda Froholt continues to hold on to the starting center position. He's with the ones. And then we'll see what happens with left guard. And that seems to be the wide open spot.